Hey guys, CharrChan here, or Yugi, same person. Today's video I have two figures to unbox and they're from the anime Hikaru no Go, which in my opinion is kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! In the sense that there's a guy and there's a supernatural being who is a master of this game and they help each other win games, you know, you see the similarities there? So to me it's no wonder that I really love Hikaru no Go when obviously I love Yu-Gi-Oh! There's similarities there, but they are completely different things. Anyway, today I'm unboxing the pop-up parades of Hikaru and Sai. I wasn't planning to get the pop-up parades for probably another few months, and I might not have even got them at all, but I did see them in a Forbidden Planet in person, and I went, oh, I can't say no to them, I really want them now, so, you know, I got them. I was planning to pre-order these figures, but I missed the pre-order window, so I didn't. And then I thought, well, you know, I'm not like that bothered about them. Maybe I'll get them later in a few months after I get the Nendoroids, because I really want the Nendoroids. They are so cute. And they announced a Toya Nendoroid, and I want him so badly. He's so cute. He's my favourite, so I will be getting him eventually. But yeah, I missed the pre-order window, wasn't planning to get them, but I saw them in a Forbidden Planet in person, and I kind of impulse bought them because I was like, well, I can't say no. I really want them now, so I got them. So, let's start unboxing them. These boxes are quite big and don't quite fit in frame. Who should we start with? I think we will start with Hikaru since he's a little bit smaller. Anyway, as you can see, I got these at Forbidden Planet and they cost me £30 and £20, which it's about average. £30 for a pop-up parade, £20 sometimes, about average, but I do think I got a pretty good deal on these for the current time in its market and the location I'm in, since I did get them in real life in an actual shop. I think that price was pretty good. I didn't have to pay any postage, so it worked out a little bit cheaper actually. Also, I think they have been reduced, so no one was buying these, obviously. I mean, size box, look, it's a little bit dusty because it was on the top shelf and obviously it had probably been there for a while. Anyway, let's start unboxing. Excuse me, Sai, I will get to you in a moment. Now, Hikaru. I really like the design of the box, has the Go in the background there. I think that's really cool. The box is probably nothing really that special. I mean, it's a pop-up parade plastic box. There's your generic box. There's the bottom, nothing really going on there, nothing on the top. So there's your box. Let's open him. Alright, scalpel obtained, and this tape has already been sliced. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, but the other side is still sealed, so... Alright. Any more tape? Yes, there's a little bit more. Okay. That should be all of it. I think. Yes. I don't like the pop-up parade boxes. I might just chuck the boxes. I have kept them so far, but, I mean... What's the point? I mean, like, it's just plastic. As you can see, Hikaru does have the new circle base, which I'm not too keen on, to be honest. Most people like the new circle bases, I think, but me, I preferred the hexagons. Oh, there's more tape on this than I thought. Alright. Let's take out his base, so he's ready to go on there. And let's have a close look at this new base type they've done. Okay, so we do have the copyright information on the bottom there, so you can verify authenticity, hopefully. I don't like these circle bases at all. I mean, they just look like prize figure bases to me. I preferred the hexagons because it gave the pop-up parades something unique to identify them by. If you saw the hexagon, you were like, okay, that is a pop-up parade, but now it's like, it's a circle. So I'm not too keen. So, yeah. But I mean, it doesn't take up as much space, which is why some people prefer these. Anyway, let's look at Hikaru. The important part of the figure is the figure itself, not the base. And here he is. So far, first impressions are really good. They have done some shading on his hair, so it's not just like one flat colour. I mean, it's not the best shading in the world, but it's some shading, which is nice. The paint job looks fairly clean. I mean, there's not a lot to go wrong here. I mean, it's pretty simple outfit design, so there's not too much to go wrong. I mean, the stripes on his shorts are nicely painted. His shoes look nicely painted as well. I don't like that this clear peg here means you can see into like how it's attaching to his foot. Not too much of a fan of that. But otherwise, his other shoe, you can see all the detail on the sole there, which is nice. I do kind of wish the pose was less like this. I wish he was just kind of stood there, to be honest. I feel like, I don't know, I just don't like the clear thing here. I don't like this. I would have preferred him to be standing, or, you know, something that wasn't a floating pose would have been better, in my opinion. The ghost stones look, you know, reasonably painted. There's a little bit of paint bleed on some of them, but nothing too bad. And his face looks pretty good, I think. Nothing to really complain about, I don't think. Maybe a little paint speck there, but I'm sure I can get that off. Alright, let's put him on the base. Which way round? I think it's this way. This Puppet Parade is a little bit on the smaller side, I think, to keep him in scale with Sai, but I don't mind it. It just means he doesn't take up quite as much space as he could have, which is a good thing, in my opinion at least. So yeah, there he is. Now, I guess I will... Am I doing his review now or later? You know what, we will unbox Sai and then we will review them both together. Let's get rid of this plastic. Alright, Sai. As I said, Sai was on the top shelf and he was very dusty. He was also the last one in stock. There were 2 Hikarus left, but only 1 Sai. So maybe they sold one. Maybe. Obviously, he wasn't really a popular character for them, which hence the slightly reduced price. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the box. Again, we've got the Go board in the background with some stones placed on it. I could not tell you if it's a good game or not, because I'm not that good at playing myself. Yeah, box, pretty generic. I'm not even showing it that well, because I mean, there's not much to show. I mean, you know, it's a Puppet Parade, there's really not a lot going on in the boxes. I will probably have to chuck this box, because it's just so massive. I mean, I don't need this box. I don't intend to sell my figures, so don't need the box. It's a Puppet Parade anyway. No one really cares about the boxes, I don't think. Well, not many people do anyway. Alright, let's slice this tape. And take him out of the box. Part of me wonders if maybe they could have made the box a little bit smaller for this. I mean, Jesus, it's massive. Look at this blister, it's huge. Anyway. Is there any tape on this? There is some tape. Slice that. Is there any more? Should be another bit on the top somewhere. Alright. There's his base. Something that myself and I know at least one other person on the internet was thinking was it would be a missed opportunity if they didn't make the bases 2 circles, one in white and one in black. But they didn't do that. They made them both black circles, but the reason being, I think, is that the size difference there, you know. This is a small circle, this is a big circle, because Sai is quite a big and heavy figure compared to Hikaru here, who is quite small. So that theory we had about the bases and the missed opportunity, you know, maybe it wouldn't have worked. Anyway, once again, we have the copyright information in the underside of the base there. Sai has 3 connection peg holes. Hikaru only had 1 that was kind of an odd shape, to be honest, for a Puppet Parade. Anyway, let's have a look at Sai. He is quite big and heavy. Ooh, there's a lot more plastic on this one than there was on Hikaru. Let's take that off, and oh, how's this all attached? A little bit of plastic that was supporting his the tail of his oh, I've forgotten the name of the clothing he's wearing, so please forgive me. Anyway, there was a bit of a bit of plastic supporting the fabric there, and we can remove that, and there he is. He is so heavy compared to Hikaru, or actually any of my Pop Up Parades I currently have. This is the largest one I have right now, in terms of just like height and weight. Like, he's just a big chunk of plastic. A couple of scuffs on him there, but you know, it's a Pop Up Parade, so what are you gonna do? Alright, first impressions are, he does look really good. I mean, the pose is like matching Hikaru's in terms of it's a floating pose, which I think suits Sai a bit more than it does Hikaru, since he is a ghost. His hair is shaded and really nicely sculpted as well. It's got really nice shape to it, and he's got the little ribbony bit there. To be honest, every time I see this, I feel like it's coloured differently in the anime. I'm sure sometimes it's been white, sometimes it's been purple, like the same colour as his hair, but apparently it's supposed to be a kind of dark red ribbony rope type thing. Anyway, his fan looks alright. I mean, it's a little bit chunky, but you know, it's okay. And mine does have a slight teeny tiny defect on his face. Let's see if we can get that on camera. Can you see his eyebrow here has a teeny tiny little bit missing? Yeah, we got a bit of a paint smudge. But you know, it's alright, it's so tiny you can't even see it from a distance. Well, I can. I know it's there. I've got really good eyesight. Not to brag, but I have really good eyesight, so I can see all the defects on my figures. Anyway, yeah, let's put him on the base. He has 3 connection pegs for the base, so oh, that went in really smoothly, like really smooth. Normally you have to like shove them in there, but that just plopped in, and we'll have to try and bend his other bit of fabric really carefully into that. How is that going to fit? Look how far off that is. There is a lot of shading on his like the white fabric. I really need to look up the name of what this is called. But anyway, there are lots of areas of shading on this figure, which is quite nice. Let's try and get that bit of fabric in. I don't think that's going to fit at all. Alright, I will be back once I've hairdryer fixed this to be in the correct position. Yeah. Alright, we have heat treated the figure, and now he is, you know, on there as well as he's going to get on there. And I'm really happy with him. I'm really glad I got these 2 figures. I mean, look at them. I think the poses do complement each other. I think they're supposed to. I mean, that's why they're both kind of in the air. I do wish they were more standing. I wish Hikaru was standing. I don't mind Sai in this pose, but I don't really... I don't know, a lot of people weren't too keen on this pose, I don't think. Like, people were happy to see the figures being made, but also, like, the pose of Hikaru was, like, no one was too keen. Anyway, I hope that these sold well enough that we will get a Akira Toya pop-up parade as well, because I would like, you know, the trio of them would be nice. I mean, Toya is my favourite as well, so... Anyway, I think that it is time for some B-roll and a bit of a review of these 2 figures, so let's go and do that. After I finish rotating them so you can see a 360. Alright, time for B-roll. So, let's start with Hikaru. I think that his figure is pretty good. It's good for a pop-up parade. It is in a pose that no one was really that happy with, to be honest. I'm sure some people love the pose, but I'm kinda... Nah, it's not the best pose they could have gone with. It didn't put me off buying the figure, but it still could have been better. I am very impressed with his hair. They've done a pretty good job at the painting of his hair. He's got 3 tones of yellow in his fringe. He's got the highlight, the middle tone, and the shadow. And then on the back of his hair, he's got a highlight colour and the like darker shadow colour. So that's a pretty detailed paint job for a Pop-Up Parade's hair style colouring. So I'm impressed there. Otherwise the paint job is fairly average. There's not a lot going on.
I do kind of wish they gave him one of his shirts with the design on. Like, normally he's got some kind of numbers or something on his shirt, so I think it would have been fun if they'd done one of those designs. But I suppose that would have put the price up, wouldn't it? Would I pay more than £20 for him? Probably not. To be honest, I wish he was maybe about £15, but you know, whatever. Is he worth it for like the £30 price that you might be more likely to pay for him? If you really like the figure, I probably wouldn't pay that much for him, but you know, he's fun. Now, Sai. What can I say about Sai? I think I'm more impressed with Sai than I am Hikaru. Sai has some really good shading on his clothes and his hair. His hair sculpt is really detailed for, you know, I'm getting tongue-tied, a pop-up parade. I do think his fan looks a bit meh. I mean, you know, it's okay. You can tell what it is. Well, I think you can tell what it is. Maybe you can only tell what it is if you know who and what it is, you know. Anyway, he is very heavy. I do wish that his base and Hikaru's matched and looked like ghost stones. That would have been really fun, but I suppose it just wasn't doable since Sai is such a big and heavy figure. I'm kind of surprised they didn't maybe make him hollow in some places, like in his trousers. Maybe those could have been hollowed out to kind of, you know, make him not so heavy, but whatever. What else can I say about him? I don't mind his pose. I think this pose is good for Sai, just not Hikaru. I mean, they're in a very similar pose, aren't they? So, you know, they're matching, I guess. They got that going for them. But this pose does suit Sai, just doesn't suit Hikaru. I did have to heat bend Sai's fabric tail that I still haven't looked up the word for into the hole in the base, so that's something you might have to do on yours. They did also paint his earrings, which is really nice. I didn't think they would for some reason. I don't know, I wasn't expecting them to put the tiny little earrings in there. My Sai does have a paint defect on his face, which is not brilliant, but you can't really tell from a distance away, so it's okay. So would I pay more than £30 for Sai? Maybe. I mean, I'm not like super crazy about Sai's figure, but I'm happy with the price I paid for him. So, you know, that's my little review of the figures. Are they worth the price? Maybe only if you're a huge Hikaru no Go fan.
Now, after watching Hikaru no Go, I'm on my second watch of it right now. I really love it, it's great. But after watching it, I kind of went, well, now I want to play Go as well. So I looked at the prices of the board game, and it's expensive. A high quality Go board is a few £100, and I am not about to spend that much money on a board game right now, so what I did do is I made my own. This is a 9x9 little miniature Go board that I made myself. It's a little bit scruffy and rough around the edges, but you know, you can play Go on it, and I've been playing against my boyfriend, and so far I have been winning. Now obviously you need stones to be able to play Go, so I did not want to spend like £30 on stones right now, so what I did do is I bought 2 lumps of Fimo clay, one in white, one in black, and I hand sculpted all 80 stones. I don't recommend it. I mean, look, I've got them in here for now, and look at them all. It was a lot of work. I spent about 4 hours sculpting all 80 stones, but you know, it was fun, and it's kind of nice to have a fully handmade by myself Go board set, so that's fun. I do need to make some boxes for the stones though, so I will do that later. I think it's really cool that an anime introduced so many people to the game of Go. I did read that it caused a kind of boom of Go in the like 2000s when the anime was airing in Japan. So I think that's really cool. And to this day, people who find the anime start playing the game, which is really cool, I think. Anyway, I think I've rambled on for long enough. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts and it's not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, I hope to see you in the next one, and bye!